Did they play today, Kentucky?
I haven't followed the March Madness. I'll have to check the scores later.
Probably a good thing. Coach, in the second of a back-to-back, it's usually good for the bench to come in and play well. What do you think of how they play, considering those circumstances and how they deliver tonight?
Yeah, probably best bench performance of the season. We've had some other really good ones, but you can't tip my cap to those guys enough. They get the game ball collectively, in my opinion. Along with I would say with Bradley Beal, and the way he was controlling the game for a lot of those stretches where he was needed. But E.G., Royce, Bowl, and Drew especially when Nurk went down. You have to get hit in the head. And Drew played some great basketball during that stretch. And then the start of the fourth, Bradley Beal and Nurk controlling the action, but E.G., Royce, and Bowl making big plays on both sides of the ball, really separating the game. Just a terrific performance by all those bench guys.
Did Nurk have to undergo any test, anything at all? Or?
No, I didn't get an update. He didn't do the concussion protocol or anything like that.
Is the bench at this point kind of solidifying its roles and everything at this point? I know, for a long time there was kind of people were in and out. Do you think the rotation is fairly close to set at this point?
Close. We're still looking at some things and, the levels of those guys. But I like Bowl and Eric and Royce in there, on the perimeter. We'll see where Josh Okogie fits into it when he gets back healthy. And then I like what Drew's doing right there. So, we still got to figure out, a few more things in terms of the levels with which each of those guys is playing and the exact rotation. And if we get into the playoffs, do we go down to 8 or 7, if needed? But those things will play themselves out.
Seems like throughout the year, the times when Eric's able to get a lot of minutes, a lot of the time starting is when he might have these big nights. What do you think is the key for him to keep this type of rhythm going in a smaller role, or just knowing that that's probably going to be his natural spot?
The team moving the ball, honestly. Like, we don't run a lot of plays for Eric, but when we're playing in the open court, he gets free. When we're bringing two to the basketball, which we saw a lot with how the Hawks were guarding tonight, when we're bringing two to the basketball and we get the other team in rotations, the ball finds him a lot. He's had a few games where he hasn't really touched it much, or when he does touch it, it's less of a rotation-based type of thing. But when the ball finds him, he's just a fantastic backside punisher.
Coach, Royce, last 3 games have just seemed to kind of caught more of a rhythm. What have you seen with that? Just kind of staying patient after some inconsistency.
Been on fire. Royce, I don't know what his exact numbers for the last 3 games are, but something in the high 60s, 70% from 3 range, shooting the heck out of it, and just playing a overall great floor game. He has some great plays in the pocket today. A little floater, a little dump off. He's just a winning player. And when he's making threes the way he's making them the last couple games, it just really strengthens what we do.
Coach, Dejounte Murray, 29 points on 26 shots. He's been on a roll the last couple of weeks. What was the key to making life difficult for him tonight?
Yeah, we did everything we could to have our bigs up and not let him get downhill. Gave up some backside threes early as a result of it, but we want to try to take him out of the game as best we can. And he's playing as well as anybody in the NBA right now. So credit Bradley Beal, not only for his 9 assists, not to jump all over the place, but Brad's really sacrificing for the betterment of this team. You know what I mean? And I think it's worth pointing out him playing point guard, him touching the paint as much as he's touching the paint, not always looking for it. I took seven shots tonight. Okay, and he was arguably our most dominant offensive player, creating things for others. Got Book a bunch of threes, got Kev a bunch of threes, got our role players a bunch of threes, 9 assists total, and was a plus 17 overall. And he guarded Dejounte Murray primarily, right? So he did it back-to-back nights. Maxey last night, Dejounte tonight. Can't speak highly enough about the job that Bradley Beal's doing right now.
Coach, season high for you guys in terms of 3-pointers made. What do you feel like was the key there?
Trust in the pass. Our guys, we keep talking to our guys. We're going to be a first team to reach our potential. And, and bringing two to the ball and being 3-point line aggressive. Like, we want to get up a high volume of threes. We've had several games. The last couple weeks where we got outscored at the 3-point line by 30 points. Tonight we outscored our opponent by 30 points. We made 10 more threes than our opponent. So got to keep our guys playing for one another and letting the pass connect us. Okay, we just got to do it with a few less turnovers.
Coach, I asked Eric about the attempts a couple games ago, and he was saying that the ball's got to be moving fast. Like that's
I'm sorry, what was the
way
first part? What was the first part what you said? I
He
didn't
said,
hear.
he said the ball has to be moving fast, Eric Gordon, to get off that number of threes. How key is that for tonight? Did you sense that or see that quick ball movement that led to threes, or was it more in transition threes?
No, we were moving the ball. Yeah, 0.5 mindset, and every game's different. You play against a switching team, the ball's and then you got to have your terminators go and kill. But this team tonight was bringing 2 to the ball and all the 5-man action. So some nights it's easier than others, but get the ball moving quickly and get it around the horn and open up the 3-point line.
You mentioned the turnovers. What have you seen with some of those?
Yeah, we just got to stay away from the unforced ones. I mean, our guys are really looking to extra pass the basketball, which is how we want to play, which is who we want to be. We just got to do it with more care.
I noticed Dejounte having some words with you and the bench there. Is that a comment?
With me? No, I was just trying to get a flagrant 2 just to help our team. But I told him after the game, I know he didn't mean it. I mean, it was just a basketball play. So I talked to him afterwards.
You guys are 12 games above 500 for the first time this season. So is that something positive that you can take with you into this 5-game road trip?
Not good enough. It is positive. Yeah, but we got to keep climbing. We want to finish in the top 6, and the competition is fierce. Some great teams in the Western Conference. So it seems like everybody in the league's been on a winning streak. I know Sacramento and Pelicans lost tonight, but everybody's been winning, and we got to keep pace and just keep moving up the ladder.
Outside of what you were able to get from Eric on the court, what does it do for you as a coach to have another veteran voice kind of echo your same sentiments?
Veteran leaders are so valuable to championship runs. Their experience throughout their careers and their vibe on things. And Eric's got just such a great demeanor about him. Like nothing phases him. He's seen a bunch. He knows he's got a purity about his experience level. Like he knows what good basketball is and what bad basketball is, and how to play team first ball. And his official title on our team is a senior advisor. Right, he's not one of our captains, but he's part of our leadership committee, and he's been great in that regard.
Coach,
Last one, Brent.
what do you think of your guys' performance in the fourth quarter, especially starting there without Book and KD and still starting strong?
Yeah, strong fourth. We mentioned a little bit earlier, but Brad and Nurk, playing in the pass and cut game was really good, and then the role players knocking down big threes and defending. Right, they really, I think it was a 16-5 run to start the quarter, and that set us off for a great night. We had a strong fourth quarter tonight.